Hello everyone, my name is Coltrane Stag, and today I'm going to be walking you through the Scratch Worm Game one-page guide. So, this guide is all about making a worm that will sort of follow your mouse across the screen. And, yeah. So, to make this guide, what you're going to want to do, first get to this Scratch page. What you're going to want to do that is go to the Scratch website, click on Create, and that will bring you to this area. Next thing you're going to want to do is choose a sprite to be your worm. So to do that, you click on the Choose Sprite button, and it can be whatever. It should probably be somewhat worm-shaped. Personally, I used the pufferfish, but you can use whatever. What you're going to want to do next is to add a when start clicked, or when green flag clicked, which is the start button for Scratch. Then add a set size to 100% block and a forever loop. So what this will do is whenever the flag is clicked right here, which starts the program, it will set the sprite size to 100%, the size it is now, and it'll start looping whatever is inside of this forever block. Then, inside of that, we're going to want a repeat 2 times block. Then, we're going to go to the Motion tab and add a point towards mouse pointer and a move 10 steps, and then we're going to want to change that to 5. Add just one more block. We're going to want to add the block create clone of myself right here in the control category, and add that below the repeat block. So now what this will do is once start is clicked, forever, it'll just keep doing this over and over. It will repeat moving 5 steps towards your mouse cursor twice, and then it'll create a clone. So that's the first part. The next part we're going to add is when I start as a clone. And so what this block does is whenever a sprite starts as a clone, it'll do whatever's below that block. What we're going to do next is add a repeat block and change that to 3. Then add a wait 1 second block and a change size by 10. But we're going to want to change that to -30. And then at the very bottom of all this, we're going to add a delete this clone block. Okay. Now, to walk you through this portion of the code right here, what this is going to do is make it so when sprite starts as a clone, 3 times it will wait 1 second and then change its size by -30. So it'll get 30 sizes small. And then once it's done that 3 times, it will delete itself. So now let's take a look at what we've created. Now we've got a little worm following our mouse around the screen. The only problem is, it's not looking too much like a worm yet. It's not even pointed towards our mouse. He's like walking sideways. That's not really supposed to happen. So what we're going to want to do is go into the Costumes tab. This pufferfish has a bunch of different sprites, a bunch of different costumes. But we're just going to use the original one. You're going to want to This can work for any sprite, any different one. Just drag your mouse over the whole thing. So now you've got it all selected. And you want to rotate it either left or right. I'm not sure exactly which way will work for this. So we're going to try rotating it to the right and see if that'll get it turned in the right direction in the game. Oh, and there we go. So we turned the pufferfish right, and now it's pointing in the right direction. Now it looks like a real worm. pufferfish worm, but you get what I mean. And for one final step, you can choose a backdrop for your game. It can be whatever one you want. I'm going to choose flowers. And there we go. We've created a worm stretch game. And it'll follow your mouse around, and yeah. Now that you've figured out how to create a worm that'll follow your mouse around the screen, maybe you could try changing the code of it. You could try changing the numbers in the repeat loop, and changing the move 5 steps, changing those to different values, and see what happens. So, leaving you with that, thank you all for watching, and good luck in your future programs.